It's time for another round of Talk of the Town Craft Wars. Meteorologist Heather Mathis and I did a Thanksgiving centerpiece challenge last month. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
So much fun. I loved doing it. This time, though, we each made a holiday wreath using only $10 worth of dollar store materials.
Now, Heather's going to go first this time. What did you buy?
I actually only bought ornaments while I was there. I did 9 different packs of different sizes of ornaments, and then I got 1 pack of bells just for variety.
Okay, good. And let's see what you did.
Well, you know, Meryl, when I started off doing this, I had no idea what I was going to make. I really didn't want to get something that had a wreath already there, a wreath form from the Dollar Tree, because I wanted to use materials that people probably already had at home. My original thought was to use a wired clothes hanger, and like all craft projects, you start doing something and then you realize maybe you have a different idea. So what I ended up doing instead was using mason jar lids. I do a lot of crafts with mason jars, whether it's for friends' weddings or just using some mason jars around the house for flower centerpieces. So I had so many of them in different sizes laying around and thought, why not? Let's try and make a Christmas tree out of it.
That's awesome. And yeah, our deal was we spent $10 each at the dollar store, but then we could add in some other things that most people have around the house, like jar lids.
So what I did was I took those jar lids, I laid them out on the table and used just some twine to put them together. So Meryl, what we do to get them together is just take this, I wrapped it around twice for some stability. And once I did that, just did a double knot for it, and I hit it with some hot glue on the back side of this. And the key is you want to do it on the back of it, not on the front, so that way you don't obviously see the knot in front of the wreath. So after I tied it together, I did hit it with some hot glue. You can or can't do that. I just wanted to give it that extra, you know, sense of assurance that it wasn't going to.
It won't fall apart.
Exactly, yeah. And so I actually only did the rows with the twine. I did not go in between with that, just connected the rows with it. And after I had the tree completely put together, then I added the ornaments to it. Here's a little tip that I found, Meryl. I did the ornaments after the fact. Sometimes it was hard to kind of get in the nooks and crevices to get them because I'm using a piece of very thin thread to tie the ornaments to the jar lids. And it was kind of hard to do that. So you might actually, if you're doing this at home, want to tie the ornaments to the jar lids before you put all of the rows together. So I'll let you go ahead and put that on there. And then what I did at the top was just added another bow. I really like to just repurpose stuff that I had already used for other crafts. This ribbon was from a previous project in a wreath that I did about 4 years ago, and I just had the ribbon laying around still. So I just added another bow to the top. I used some of the bells that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree, just to give it another little thing. And then at the bottom here, I had some extra wood laying around. I do a lot of wood projects too, and making signs, and just use a computer program to write out Merry Christmas and took a glue stick to that. The little berries that you see there too came from another little piece of decor I just had laying around from all other Christmas projects that I've been doing.
Don't we all have a lot of that? Yeah. So that's pretty, it's pretty easy to do if you tie it really well.
Tie it well. Again. And I did hot glue the thread to the top of the lid too. That way they don't slide around on the lid. So yeah, adding a little bit of hot glue to it really helped.
I think this is so cute. I really love what you did. I think a lot of folks are going to love this too. We're going to be back a little bit later in today's show. I'm going to show you the wreath that I made from dollar store ingredients, so stay tuned for that.